Good morning, afternoon, or evening, everyone. Welcome to the Smart Horse Massage YouTube channel. And today I'm going to talk about a bit how can we compare two absolutely different type of working with horses. And these going to be the race horses and the dressage horses. And all of their movements, I gonna pick two type of the main movements of these two type of riding, and I'm gonna compare these movements from the viewpoint of the anatomy of the horse. I believe it's gonna be pretty interesting, so stay with me and let's get to it. So, as I already told it in the beginning, today we're gonna talk about the connection between the race horses and dressage horses. We are gonna mostly point on the anatomic commands and the commands in the movement. I believe it might be a very special and a very interesting topic because if you just see a horse race or you go to a dressage competition, it's definitely not the same. These are looks like all the different movements. There are not too much common point from the outside view. There are not too much connection between the two types of horse sports, horse competitions. But that's why I just made this video, because I believe there are many common points if you check it from the anatomic side, and it can be a very interesting. So let's get in. Firstly, we're gonna start our discussion with the hind leg of the horse. You can see on the right side flexion leg, and on the left side normal position. So there are not all the muscle packs, of course, on these pictures, because it's just not necessary to get in and to understand the basic of the movements. So I just took there the basic and the main muscles of the horse part. Here, which we can see the cranial side of the quadriceps femoris, that's in the left up of the picture. The right is the biceps femoris, and we can see both the deep digital flexor and interiors all the way down on the horse's leg. As you can see on the right picture, it's, as I told before, it's a flexion. So here all the muscles are flexed and are in stuffed position, and that's what makes the horse's legs get in flexion position. And the other very important point with the hind leg is that is not basically the engine, but these are the wheels of the horse. So that's how the horse can get in connection with the ground and to make the power to the ground and make himself go forward, go upward, or all the way down. So the next step after the wheel is going to be the engine of the horse, and that is the hips. The hips is a very important part of the horse because here is a muscle called psoas, and it's a very, very important muscle when we see for example, the collection of the horse to getting collected trot, getting collected canter, or just to get in the collection position. Because as you can see the circle in the middle, that's gonna be the central point of the horse for us, and that is which makes the collected position. Because around this point, when the horse gets in collection, you just have a little soft rotation that indicated by the psoas muscle, and that makes all the horse hips goes a bit down, and that makes the horse's hind legs come under the horse. So the horse can make very nice movements forward. The horse can make very nice movements upward because of the collected position and because of rotating the hips very slightly under itself. The other good point with this collected position is that when the hips is rotated down, then the back comes up a little bit. And how it comes up, it's just make a more comfortable position for the horse, even for the riders. And this position is not just more comfortable for our horses, but it's even more healthy. It saves all the spine and it makes stronger and stronger back muscles, so it's very useful. After the psoas and the hips and all the back, we get to the front legs. These are mostly the stabilizer of the horse. This is what gets the energy from the hind and try to keep the horse up to the ground and just try to follow the hind legs, because there cannot be a really nice forward canter or trot if the hind legs are not active enoughly, because the the front can just go forward as much as the back does. So always the back is the main point. And now we get to the neck and the head. Here the blue line shows us the reins. As you can see, the neck must have a nice flexion when we're working with the horse, because with a nice flexion, it's flexible enough to get all the energy, all these changeable powered energy, and then send all these energies to the bit. And now we've already get to the real topic of our video. That's what we can see is a horse cantering very highly, as for example a racehorse. And here we can see everything that we just talked about before. As you can see, all the energies are just comes from the hind leg of the horse. Here is very nice because we can see all the rotation of the hips in all together. So as you can see, the rotation brings the hind legs under the horse as much as it possible. And that's why, because we have the rotation and the leg comes in, the hind leg can touch the ground as forward as it just possible. So the movement's gonna be as big as and as forward as it possible, because the hind leg just comes forward and forward. This rotation makes the back come up, and then we can see the front legs. This just follows the back and the hind legs. And then we can see the neck and the horse's head that has all the energy from the hind end of the horse. It comes forward, and all of these goes to the bit, and it stops it to get all the energy and not to flow all of these away. So we can use this energy meanwhile we are working with the horse. And here we have another movement that just looks pretty similar, almost the same, but this is the piaffe. It's very interesting because if you just think about it, the piaffe and the cantering, it looks like two absolutely different movements. But as we can see, these are not. Here, I took one side to the left hind legs and the right front legs, because to have all of these in flexion. As you can see, the only real difference between these two movements of the horse is that the hoof itself is a bit softer. Meanwhile, and even all its junctions are a bit more relaxed. It's because here the horses should not go as forward as, for example, during a galloping. Here he must have all the same energies, but use it to go a bit upward and not forward or backward. But as you can see, it's almost the same. The hips has the rotation, the psoas just working as much as it possible to have the back up. And for sure, we must charge the bit here as well, such as during the cantering, because all the energies cannot go upward, the horse cannot go forward or backward, and that's why all these energies just goes in the bit and must get it. So, all in all, what we need for a dressage or for a racehorse. The main parts for us is a soft, relaxed shoulder, a strong back, a strong hips and psoas, very good hind end, so very strong and very flexible hind legs for the horse, a good and relaxed neck, a chargeable bit, and basically with all these stuffs we've already got a racehorse or a dressage horse. And the other very important points for both of these types is we must have a straight horse. So our horse cannot just bend it or flexed when we don't want to, because the energies are just gonna goes away if the horse is not straight enough, because then it's not charged into the bit. If the horse is, for example, flexed or rotated the hip or rotated the back to the side, it's just gonna go sideways. So a racehorse gonna be slower, or a dressage horse's movement gonna be much more lazy because the energy gonna just go away. So, thank you for watching my videos. I hope you liked it, and I hope I could give all this information in an understandable way. And the main point for me to record this video, for sure near the interesting of the whole topic, is that to make the people uh, where to make the people there to buy and work with a thoroughbred horse, because just because it was a racehorse before, it doesn't mean all his or her system, the muscle system and all the movement stuff of the horse just cannot be used for an absolutely other type of working, because these horses are, as you just seen in my video, these horses are able to work in an absolutely different way than before. So yeah, just buy thoroughbreds and work with them, because they are absolutely worth for it. Thank you for watching.